Hello students. This is a class where I'm going to discuss about modification of content or elements of a data frame. Now this modification can be done on an entire column, on an entire row, or a selected values in a column or selected values in a row. So these are the types of modifications we can do. Let us see them one by one. Now first thing we are going to see is that if we select a column using the plain indexing, this is the data frame we are having here. Data frame is visible here, where you have got three columns: a country, population, and income, and rows A, B, C, D, E, and there are five rows and three columns. And we are going to change the content of population column to 100. So what will happen now? These are populations, different populations given: 130, 150, 25, 50, and 10. But if I provide this index or the that DF's the index of population index to 100, what will happen? All the entire content of the row of the column population will become 100. It is not often desired. We don't do it, but still this is a way to modify the content of a column with a single value. Now, if you don't want to do it, we need to actually provide a different set of values for the column. So that can be done by using this next process, where I'm changing the income of the this data frame, the income column of the data frame, with five new values. It has to be the number of elements must this list elements must be equal to the number of rows. You cannot try to have something which is not available. We cannot make it this way. If we do it this way, then it will happen. You see, there is a error. It will throw an error, and that exception is value error. Length of values does not match the length of index. So be careful about providing the equal number of elements for the column as in the original data frame. Okay, now I have, this is more sensible that we are providing a list of values for a column, and in the previous one we provided a single value for the a scalar value for the column. So that is not often desired, but this is a better way of changing the contents of a column with new values. Okay, now I get to just reset this now, correct it, and it's corrected now. You can see that the new values of the column, if income is there. The previous one was 1000, 1200, 5000, 7000, and 10,000. The new one 1200, 1500, 3400, 6000, and 8000 respectively. Now, how about changing the contents of an entire row with a single value? I know that this looks quite funny, that if you're talking about records, and if I want to change the contents of a single row with a single value of one row with a single value, which is not often desired. So for that, it can be done. So what I'm doing is basically I am providing to the LOC attribute of the data frame, and the row index A, index level a value 1000, and we see the change in the data frame, and you will see the data frame is the all the columns: country is 1000, population is 1000, and income is 1000, which is not acceptable. We don't desire such a change. It is basically we are destroying the integrity of the data frame. It can also be achieved by using this two further two more kind of two more ways. One is df.at attribute and df.iloc attribute, and I am providing the row index 0 to 1. That means only the first row will be affected, and the same results will get the same results. You may try it at your own computer, and you'll see the same results. We are getting the same results for this. Now next is this report will change the content of an entire row using a list, which is more desirable. So I have got the record for the A, which is India 130,000. I am going to change it to Bharat 140 and 1300. So I provide to the LOC attribute for the row A, and this list. this list, and this will change the entire record for the row A with new values. I'll show you that we see that row A with new values Bharat 140 and 1300, and it is also a desirable way of modifying the contents of a row. So previously you have found out how to change the contents of column. Here we are finding out how to change the contents of a row. Now the next is modification of a single cell. This modification of a single cell, where I am using the attributes with the data frame. Column is also attribute of a data frame. This population is a account, country is the one attribute of the data frame, population is one other attribute, and income is third attribute for this data frame. So I am changing the population for C. For the C is the third row to uh, to 30. It was initially 25, now I have made it 30. So with this notification, you see that it is 30. This is another depreciated way of changing the contents of a single cell. We generally don't use this type of notation for our data frames. We use either LOC, IOC, or IAT or AT for such a modification. We'll see that in due course of time in this particular demonstration. So next is modification of intersection of a row and column level index with LOC. So name level index with LOC, we are going to see we have a data frame use the row level and the column level, and the intersection of the row level and the column level will have a new value. So let us see how to do that. It is a very good way of modification of a single, basically single cell. So what I am doing it, I am having this data frame here. As you can see, this data frame, country, population, income, and I am changing the population of C using the LOC attribute of population of the row C with to 30. So see row C, which is actually 25, and it is 25 here. I can see that 25. Now with this particular statement, I am changing the contents of the intersection of the row C and column population to 30. You see this third row of population column is now become 30. Now this is one way, and another example I have given here, that I am changing the income of the D row to 8,000. Now you see the original data frame has got the income of the D row, the income of the D row is 7,000, but with our command, with our statement, we see that it has been become 8,000. Okay, now this is how we change the intersection of a row and a column. Now of course we can change the contents of a particular row and a set of columns with new values. Here I have passed to the LOC attribute one row index, the level, that is A, and I am changing the population as well as the income of that particular row to 130, 135 and 800. So this is a desirable change, and we are passing a list, we are assigning a list to this particular attribute of LOC attribute of data frame, where A is the row level name and population and income as a list, passed as a list. Now you can see that the change has happened, 135 and 800 for the first row, A row. Here it is originally A India 130 and 1000, but I have changed it to A India 135 800. This is another way of changing the into a row. I am changing into a row. Now next one, modification based on LOC with row and column level ranges. Now we are in this case, previous case, we are changing the content of a single row. We are changing the content of a single row, but here we are going to change the contents of more than one row. With the same LOC, we have got start row and end row label and the column for which we want to change the value. Now here you see this data frame. Again, we have used the same data frame, that which is having 5 rows and 3 columns, and I am changing the range A to C, where both start index level and the stop index level are included, the population column to 100. So for the rows A to C, the population column is now becoming 100 with this particular statement. You can see that these three rows are having now the population column to be 100. Okay, this is one way. And of course, we can do the same thing with multiple columns also, where we pass the range of rows D to E, and I am going to change the population as well as the income to 70 and 5,000 for the rows D and E with the same that LOC attribute. See, and we got the result here. The result for D to E. They have changed what? The one thing. Let me see what I've changed. D to E population is 70 and 5,000. See that population of D to E is 5,000 and the population is 70 and income is 5,000 for both these rows D to E. This is also a way of changing the values of more than one rows and more than one columns. Okay. Now we can also modify the contents of data frame based on a condition. If you remember, we have studied in accessing data frames based on conditions, and the same principle is used here, where we have a condition on data frame column level and the data frame column level and the condition on data frame column level and the column level selected whose value needs to be changed. Let me see the result here. The same data frame I have used here, country, population and income. And you see that first condition I am giving, if the data frame's country attribute, that is country column, is having China as the country, then its income should become 1500. And we execute this and you see that the China's income has changed from 1200 to 1500. It was earlier 1200 and it's now become 1500. Okay. And I have done some more experiments with this. You see the population of if the population is less than 50, then the income should become 12,000. Okay. Now you see that if the population is less than 50, the income should become 12,000. You see, this population of UK is 25 and Japan is 10 and it's less than 50, and see the both the incomes have become 12,000. So this is called selective changing. We are putting a condition and making the desired change. Now here another condition I have given, that if the country is India, then the country name should be changed to Bharat. See, this one is another one where we are putting condition on a particular column, that is the country column, and if the country is India, and then the country should become Bharat. And we have made this change in this particular data frame, and see that country has become Bharat for the row A, that is country India. And then we can do more. We can make changes to more than one columns with a single condition. So the condition should be always a single condition, and this condition should be either true or false. And in this condition, we are giving the population and income to be changed to 160 and 800. So the country China, wherever the country is China in this data frame, the population and income will change to 160 and 800 respectively. This is the last one we have done. See, country is China, population has become 160 and income has become 800. This is how we change the contents of data frame using the LOC and the label based indexing. The label is the name, not the absolute value. And now after this, we are going to see that we are going to make some change, same kind of changes using the ILOC, the ILOC, where the index based slicing is possible. Now the same, if you remember, we have studied the previous session where we talked about how to access elements of a data frame. We talked about start row index, end row index, and start column index and the end column index. If you remember this, and of course we can use the step also, but I'm keeping it to very simple here. I'm trying to change here the for the data frame same data frame, I am changing the value of rows from 0 to 3, 3 not included, and columns 2 to end to 2000. So you see here 0 to 3, that means 0, 1 and 2, A, B and C. 3 is not included. For these, the 2 to n, 2 is this one, 0, 1 and 2. The index of income is 2 and the column index of income is 2, and we are making a change to make it as 2000. Okay, for all these rows, which are the rows? 0 to 3 is 0, 1, 2. That means for India, China and UK, the income will become 2000. Let us see the answer. See that for India, China and UK, that income has become 2000. This is how we can use ILOC to change the contents of a column based on ILOC index value based indexing, slicing rather. Now, this is modification using the scalar, that is attributes AT. Here we can provide the level, index level, and the column name, the column label, and with a new value. You see the intersection will become, they will get changed. Now I want to change the using AT for the same data frame, the country for A to be changed to Bharat. So this is same as changing at LOC also, same thing. If I use A LOC for country and Bharat, the same thing happens. But you cannot have a range here because it is AT. AT cannot be used with a range for the row index. It can affect only single row. It cannot affect more than one rows. Now you can see the result here. The result is the country is for the country A, the country should become Bharat, and you see that A has become Bharat. And second one, for the row B, population and income should become 160 and 1100. The row B is China, whose population and income are 150 and 1200 respectively. They should be changed to 160 and 1100. And you see that 160 and 1100. So actually we are going to make changes only in the single row. We cannot change more than one rows using AT. Even with IAT, the same thing is possible. We cannot make change with, but IAT we can make change only in the single cell, not even a row. You see here IAT, I am using IAT, the scalar modification, a row index and a column index. It allows only a row index and a column index, and we can make changes in the row and the column intersection with a new value. And it is a very simple way of changing the values without going into much detailing. So df.iat 0, 0 to Bharat. So IAT 0, it is 0. This is the index of the first row, it is 0, and the 0th column is country, and I want to make it as Bharat. You see that we have made the required changes to Bharat. So here we have learned the various methods of modifying existing data frame, and mainly we use indexing, then we use LOC, ILOC, AT and IAT to achieve our goals. And remember that a particular modification can be done in more than one ways. So please keep on practicing and learn this concept of modifying an existing data frame. Thank you very much students for patiently listening to this lecture.